Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Kimberlin Brown out at B&B after 35 years. After 35 years, Kimberlin Brown is officially out at the Bold and the Beautiful. More so, she went down in a blaze of glory. Well, she went down and she is not coming back, but this is the soap world, so clearly, anything is possible. Sadly, the soap icon is struggling with her departure. Read on for more details. It has been a long run for Kimberlin Brown, but after more than 35 years as Sheila Carter, she is done at the Bold and the Beautiful. Sheila was killed off by Steffy Forrester and the rest is soap history. As aforementioned, this is a soap, so she can always come back as someone else or as Sheila. Of course, this has left Brown feeling all the feels, per Yahoo. She spoke with TV Insider and this is what she had to say. "It's a tough place for me to be in right now, I'm not going to lie about this. I guess if anyone were going to take Sheila down, I'm happy it's Steffy. I just wish that no one was taking Sheila down." Kimberlin noted that B&B has been my happy place where I have been so blessed to be for over 35 years. But I've had a good run at it, so I'm one of the lucky ones. Initially, she came to the soap world on The Young and the Restless where Sheila Carter originated. She then crossed over to B&B but would take breaks here and there. Brown had stints on General Hospital, One Life to Live, and All My Children. Fans had their mixed reactions to Kimberlin Brown's exit, and they felt very free to share them on Twitter/X. After all is said and done, Kimberlin Brown has made her presumed final appearance on The Bold and the Beautiful. While some fans loved it, others found it lackluster. Hopefully, Brown will find contentment with whatever comes next for her in her life. What were your thoughts on Kimberlin's last episode? Do you feel that the soap did her justice, or could that have done more? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. In the heart of Los Angeles, where the sun always seemed to shine a little brighter and the palm trees swayed with a rhythm all their own, there stood a majestic building known to many as the Forrester Creations. Within its walls, dramas unfolded, love blossomed, and characters became woven into the fabric of millions of lives through the screen. And among those characters, there was one whose presence had been as enduring as the California sunshine itself. Kimberlin Brown as Sheila Carter. For 35 years, Kimberlin had breathed life into the enigmatic, sometimes villainous, always captivating character of Sheila Carter on the hit soap opera The Bold and the Beautiful. From her first entrance into the world of the Forresters to her tumultuous relationships and schemes, viewers had watched enthralled as Sheila navigated the tangled web of love, betrayal, and redemption. But as with all stories, there comes a time when the final chapter must be written. News of Kimberlin Brown's departure from B&B sent shockwaves through the soap opera community, leaving fans stunned and nostalgic for the days when Sheila's presence loomed large over the fictional landscape of Los Angeles. It was a bittersweet farewell, marked by tears shed both on-screen and off as Kimberlin bid adieu to the character she had brought to life for over 3 decades. For fans, it was like saying goodbye to an old friend, someone who had been a constant presence in their lives through thick and thin. The decision to part ways with Kimberlin Brown was not an easy one for the producers of B&B. After all, she had become synonymous with the show, her portrayal of Sheila Carter earning her a legion of devoted fans and critical acclaim. But in the ever-evolving world of daytime television, change is inevitable, and sometimes even the most beloved characters must make way for new stories to be told. As news of Kimberlin's departure spread, speculation ran rampant about what the future held for Sheila Carter and the impact her absence would have on the canvas of B&B. Would she meet a tragic end, be whisked away to a distant land, or simply fade into the background, leaving behind a trail of memories and unanswered questions? For Kimberlin Brown, saying goodbye to Sheila was like bidding farewell to a part of herself. Over the years she had poured her heart and soul into bringing the character to life, infusing her with depth, complexity, and humanity in equal measure. Sheila wasn't just a role to Kimberlin, she was a cherished companion, a constant presence in her life for more than half of her career. But as the final scenes were filmed and the last tear was shed, Kimberlin found solace in the knowledge that Sheila's legacy would live on long after her departure. For 35 years, she'd had captivated audiences with her portrayal of the complex anti-heroine, leaving an indelible mark on the world of daytime television. Has Kimberlin Brown bid farewell to B&B and the character of Sheila Carter, she did so with gratitude in her heart for the countless memories, friendships, and opportunities the show had afforded her. And though the sun may have set on her time in Los Angeles, Kimberlin knew that the future held endless possibilities, and that wherever she went next, Sheila Carter would always be by her side, a reminder of the journey she had taken and the legacy she had left behind. Ding dong, Sheila's dead. Bold and beautiful Steffi puts an end to her monster-in-law's reign of terror. All good things must come to an end, and sometimes all bad things as well. And in the daytime world, it doesn't get much badder than the bold and the beautiful Sheila. We've been waiting for months. No, years for her to get hers, but if there's one thing she knows how to do, it's survive. That woman's got more lives than a cat. Now though it looks like she may finally be out. Friday's episode had us all on the edge of our seats as Sheila, finally back to her most unhinged, stalked Steffi in the bushes outside her home. "Steffi Forrester," she declared, "you died tonight." That, if we're being honest, seemed unlikely, but she sure gave it her best on Monday's episode. You can read the recap here. The show gave us some masterfully shot, beautifully tense scenes. Sheila stalked and increasingly unnerved Steffi in the dark, calling out Sheila's name, afraid that her worst fears were about to come true. And they were, but it wasn't enough for Sheila to come out the victor, because Steffi turned the tables and stabbed Sheila in the heart. The villain coughed, stopped breathing, and froze, eyes open. Unless she's an absolute pro at playing possum, it's tough to imagine her getting out of this one. Then there's the spoilers for the rest of the week that have Deputy Chief Baker popping up and Finn in need of some comfort. Those all point to a very dead, most definitely gone Sheila. Of course, whether it sticks or not, and this actually means she and portrayer Kimberlin Brown are out, is something only time will tell. Sheila's died a lot over the years. There was a fire, a cave-in, a near poisoning, and being shot by Lauren. But that last one was when she supposedly had plastic surgery to look like Phyllis, and since she later popped back up in Los Angeles, looking like herself, we can't help wondering if that was even really her. And how can we forget her last death, when a bear ate her up? Sheila faked that one by cutting off a toe to buy some time, and a nifty disguise. So while it does seem that Sheila's finally out after years of running around, we're still going to sleep with one eye open, and we suggest Steffi do the same. In fact, if Bold and Beautiful teams up with Young and Restless for what would be the most chilling crossover ever, we might just not sleep at all. In the opulent world of Los Angeles elite, where glamour and drama intertwine like vines in a forbidden garden, there exists a realm of power struggles and familial strife that make mere mortals tremble. And at the heart of it all lies the illustrious Forrester Mansion, a beacon of wealth and influence, where every corner holds secrets and every whisper carries weight. But on this fateful day, the corridors of the Forrester estate resonate with a different kind of tension. It's a tension thick enough to slice through the luxurious air, leaving behind a palpable sense of unease that even the most polished facade cannot conceal. For today marks the climax of a feud that has simmered beneath the surface for far too long, a clash of wills between two formidable women, Steffi Forrester, the fiery heiress with a heart of steel, and Sheila Carter, the manipulative matriarch, whose thirst for power knows no bounds. As the sun hangs low in the sky, casting long shadows across the manicured lawns, Steffi stands at the threshold of her ancestral home, her jaw set in determination, her eyes burning with righteous fury. She knows what she must do, knows that she alone holds the key to ending Sheila's reign of terror once and for all. With a steely resolve, she pushes open the ornate doors and steps into the lion's den. Inside, the air is thick with tension, every gaze fixated on the confrontation that is about to unfold. Sheila stands at the center of the room, her posture poised and regal, a wolf in sheep's clothing, but Steffi sees through the facade, sees the darkness that lurks behind those steely eyes, and she refuses to back down. Ding dong, Sheila's dead, Steffi declares, her voice cutting through the silence like a knife. Your reign of terror ends here and now. Sheila's lips curl into a predatory smile, but there's a flicker of uncertainty in her eyes, a hint of fear that betrays her facade of confidence. She knows that Steffi is not one to be trifled with, knows that she stands on the precipice of defeat. You think you can defeat me, Steffi? You think you have what it takes to bring me down. Sheila sneers, her voice dripping with venom. Steffi squares her shoulders, meeting Sheila's gaze head-on. I know I can, Sheila, because unlike you, I fight for what's right. I fight for my family, for the people I love, and I will not let you destroy everything we've built. With a swift motion, Steffi reaches into her pocket and pulls out a small vial, its contents shimmering like liquid gold in the dim light. She holds it aloft for all to see, her grip steady despite the weight of the moment. This is your downfall, Sheila. This is the antidote to your poison, Steffi declares, her voice ringing out with a quiet intensity. Sheila's eyes widen in disbelief as she realizes what Steffi holds in her hand. It's the key to her undoing, the one thing she never thought she would see again. And now it's within Steffi's grasp, a potent weapon against her tyranny. You wouldn't dare, Sheila hisses, her mask of composure slipping for the first time. Oh, I would, Steffi replies, her voice cold as ice, because I refuse to let you hurt anyone else. Not my family, not my friends, not anyone. This ends now. With a swift motion, Steffi uncorks the vial and raises it to her lips, the liquid inside shimmering like a beacon of hope in the darkness. And as she drinks, she feels a surge of power coursing through her veins, a strength she never knew she possessed. For a moment, there is silence, a pregnant pause as the gravity of what has just transpired sinks in. And then, with a primal roar of rage, Sheila lunges forward, her nails sharp as talons, her eyes ablaze with fury. But Steffi is ready, her reflexes honed by years of training, and she meets Sheila's attack head-on. The two women collide in a whirlwind of fury and desperation, their blows raining down like thunder on a summer storm. But in the end, there can only be one victor, one survivor in this battle of wills. And as the dust settles and the echoes of their struggle fade into the night, it is Steffi who stands triumphant, her breath ragged, her hands stained with the blood of her enemy. Sheila lies at her feet, defeated but not destroyed, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. And as Steffi looks down at her fallen foe, she feels a sense of closure wash over her, a peace that she thought she would never find. Ding dong, Sheila's dead, she whispers, her voice a solemn vow. But her legacy will live on, a reminder of the dangers that lurk in the shadows, and I will never forget the price we paid to defeat her.